and welcome. Today we have a special guest, Kristen. Kristen, you're an RN, right?
No, actually, I'm not. I work in administration. I am the regional director for diversity and inclusion. Yes.
Diversity and inclusion. Okay. Well, all of you guys, we're doing this class in self-care and healthcare, and I put everybody together, all disciplines together. And I just find you incredibly compassionate and connected. And so my natural assumption was that you were an RN. So thank you for that. So Kristen is a brave soul, willing to ask her communication questions so that all of you can learn. So first I want to say welcome, and then I want to know what are you thinking about? What's on your mind?
Okay, great. Let's just dive in. It's been great to work with you too, Neha. So my first question, and that we can talk about today, is how do you forgive when you're just not ready to? Something is holding you back, and it's not necessarily on the part of accountability, but there's a space where you just feel like, I'm not quite ready to make that move yet.
Well, forgiveness is actually not for the other person. It's actually for yourself, right? The way that I think people, get confused is they think if they forgive someone that somehow if they've passed on, then they won't be able to stay connected to them, first of all. If they are here with us, oftentimes it's about actually letting go of the connection to this person. So even though there's something that has hurt us, there's also been some good times, and there's also been some amazing experiences. And sometimes through not letting go and holding on to our anger and our upset, we can stay connected to that person, sometimes on a daily or hourly basis. So one of the first things I would ask you is, are you ready to really let go of this person, or is there some part of the memory with this person that you want to hold on to still?
I think you may have hit the bullseye. So I agree. I agree with you that the memories are what floods and comes to remembrance, but at the same time, I am willing to let go of the friendship because I feel as though I wasn't always able to be my 100% authentic self in the relationship.
Yeah.
So for those reasons, I am okay with letting go, or it's either that or being willing to redefine the relationship.
So what you've done is you've outgrown this relationship in the current format. And is it romantic or friendship or friendship?
It's friendship.
Mm-hmm. So what happens is when you invest in your own growth and learning, sometimes you find out that you've outgrown a friendship in the way that it currently exists. And it's really painful because there was so much about that friendship that you learned and you grew, and it feels painful to let it go. Now, the forgiveness means that there's also been some hurt that has gone on in the relationship, maybe betrayal, maybe misunderstandings that are unresolved. And I think before you can forgive someone, you really want to get clear about what needs to happen. Like if you haven't had a conversation, the one that you really need to have, where you really say what you mean instead of acting like everything's okay, but going home feeling really awful. So I'd ask you, have you had the conversations with this person that you need to have to clean up and let them know what the impact was on you?
No. And it wasn't necessarily painful in that part because I have accountability as well. So no, I have not had that clear the air conversation.
Yeah. So your body, your mind, your heart, it's not going to let go of something that's incomplete. Like one thing it is smart. Your body never lies. And when you have, these experiences where you want to do something, but your stomach's in knots and your chest feels tight and all of that, it's because there's something, your body's trying to communicate with you. And so I'd ask you, as we're talking about this for you with a friend, are there any physical sensations happening in your body?
Oh, yes. There's tightening in my shoulders. I can feel it knotting up in my stomach. All of the above, everything that you named, I'm constantly breathing through my release even now.
Okay.
Thinking about having that conversation because it's been easier in the past to just walk away.
Okay, so there's a few ways, right, around conflict and to resolve conflict. It depends on what your goal is. If you want to avoid conflict, you walk away. Because you walk away and instead of resolving the conflict, let's say it's between me and you, instead of resolving it between me and you, which is where it lives, okay, you walking away without saying anything to me has you swallowing it, and now it's within you, not between us. So it didn't get rid of it, it just changed where the conflict was located, right? Now, does that make sense?
It makes absolute sense, but it also it sounds like it's a heavier burden when it shifts to all on me as well.
Yeah, and the other thing is you'll start to feel resentful. You'll start to feel upset. And really, you'll think it's about the other person, but it's really at yourself for not speaking up, for not having the courage and confidence to be able to articulate what it is you're feeling. Another way that people try to get around conflict is to say, can I just forgive someone? Like, all right, tell me how to forgive them and I'll just forgive them. And it's a lot of times that's called spiritual bypass. Like, you just want to make harmony, but you don't actually want to have the real conversation. So you don't want to solve the problem. You just want it to go away. And those are people who, when they're forgiving, they have to forgive again and again and again, which sometimes we all have to for different, deeper layers that arise. But the truth is that if you don't first resolve in yourself what the tight shoulders, what the knotted stomach mean and are trying to tell you, you can't go to forgiveness because you're not done. The first step in forgiving someone, the first step is, are you ready? Are you ready to give up all hope of a better past? So think about that question for a moment, because a lot of times what people do is they go like this: I should have said that. I wish she would have done that. I wish he could have been like that. If only he didn't drink. If only that didn't happen. And they're trying to rewrite the past. And you're not ready to forgive someone or a situation or yourself when you keep trying to rewrite history. And when your body's talking to you, it means something's unresolved. And so your job, instead of to want that thing to go away, like, I want these, get these tight shoulders out. Oh, stomach, I'm going to go get another latte and I hope you calm down, right? Instead of doing that, let's just do something a little different. Okay, you willing to do something a little different?
Let's do it.
All right. So close your eyes and just allow yourself to kind of breathe in and out. And really just feel your shoulders. And we're going to call them TC, tight shoulders. TS, I meant. Tight shoulders. And then, instead of resisting it or trying to make it go away, kind of tune into that area of your body. And as you breathe in fresh oxygen, just kind of let your oxygen move to your shoulders, almost like it's helping it kind of relax and dissolve the tension. And as you partner with this part of your body, the message coming from your body, just allow it to give you the message that it needs to give you. So it'd be like, you having a little dialogue with this part of your body, kind of like you would a child or a colleague with whom you had some conflict. Instead of trying to make it go away, get curious about it. So tight shoulders, right? So imagine yourself sitting in a really comfortable space, and imagine tight shoulders across from you. Tight shoulders is sitting in a comfortable space in a chair across from you. What do you want to know about this experience of forgiveness with your friend, what do you want to know from this message coming from your body? So just pay attention to the signal in your body. Ask it why it's here. Ask what it's come to teach you. What do you need to learn? Whatever comes to you. What would you like to know from it?
Would you like me to answer you now?
Sure.
So my question actually to tight shoulders is, are you out of fear or anger or pain?
So close your eyes and let it just answer you. The answer will come to you. What are you coming from, tight shoulders? From fear, from pain, from anger, from love? What are you coming from? What rings most true to you?
Misunderstanding.
Ooh, misunderstanding. What else do you want to ask, tight shoulders?
How can I release you?
Okay. Yeah. How can I release you? Does anything come to you on that?
Let go.
Let go. And what is it that I'm holding on to, tight shoulders?
What you thought you had.
And what did I think I had?
Unconditional love.
So you thought you had that from someone outside you. So where am I going to find that, tight shoulders?
The only thing I can hear is in you.
Well, that's a pretty incredible place, tight shoulders, to find it. Yeah, you feel yourself a little tearful, a little like, I can feel the energy of your emotion. And so really the most important thing about forgiveness, Kristen, is that when our bodies speak to us, that we first listen to the wisdom of our bodies, and instead of pushing it away, the tight shoulders that gets tighter, or getting a massage to get it out, or a glass of wine or 3, what if instead of trying to make it go away, you just breathed into it and then had a dialogue with the symptom, And so your job is to also do that with your stomach and see what it gives you. So do you feel confident that you'll be able to do that?
Oh yes, my shoulders feel better already. So you came up, I would have taken that line of questioning probably to the point of the second question when I said, how do you release it? But you took it a step further. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, because when you say you have to release it, the next question is, what am I holding on to? Because what is it? If you knew what it was, you would have let go of it, right? And so just trusting yourself, trusting your body, and trusting the answers that you get, because the wisdom's inside you. And if you can't forgive someone, it's not because you're not able to. It's because it's not time yet. You haven't gotten all the lessons you needed to get yet. And so once you get those, it becomes easy to let something go. Well,
absolutely.
Thank you so much, Kristen. For any of you out there that know that there's something you've been wanting to let go of, and you just haven't figured out how to do it. Start by tuning into your body, noticing the physical signals that come to you, breathing slowly and deeply to expand the contraction, right? There was tightness. There's usually contraction and tightness around something you're holding on to. And so figure out where that is in your body, and then close your eyes and just breathe in and out, imagining that part of your body, right? I called it TS. Give it a little nickname. And imagining it across from you. And then as you breathe slowly and deeply, begin asking it questions, whatever you want to know, because it's here because it wants to give you a message. And if you're not getting the message, all you got to do is ask it and then listen. So thank you, Kristen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neha.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.